and welcome to the Pathfinder Outdoor Kitchen. I'm Matt Mercer, instructor for the Pathfinder School and the founder of the Black Hat Bushcraft channel right here on YouTube. And this afternoon, I have come out expressly to cook up a new recipe and make a new episode here for Pathfinder Outdoor Kitchen. It is probably one of the most beautiful days that we've had in my area this year. It's about 50 degrees out here, light breeze blowing, not a cloud in the sky, and it feels absolutely wonderful. And so there's nothing I would rather do on a day like today than to come out, be in the great outdoors, and cook up a delicious recipe. Of course, if I'm cooking up a new recipe, it means somebody, maybe one of you guys out there, are going to be winning a free care package from Reliance Outfitters with all of the Pathfinder outdoor cooking gear that I'm using today, and I'm using some good stuff. So good luck to you guys. We're going to be talking about that recipe. We're going to be talking about winners here in just a minute, and we're going to get started cooking. Stick with me. So this afternoon, I've come down to a new area that I just happened to find. We have a little path that comes down here into the woods, which opens up to a boat ramp that's to one of our local waterways. And I was just driving my truck around the edge of the wood line, and I found a little path that comes down into the woods, and there's just this nice big opening here in the middle of the woods. It's beautiful. And here in the corner of this opening is an old weathered picnic table. And the moment that I saw this picnic table, I thought to myself, I have to film an episode of Pathfinder Outdoor Kitchen at that table. And so I've been looking forward to getting out to this beautiful spot and cooking up a delicious meal at this table. I'll show it to you here in just a second. It was just a cool place that I just happened to find, and I'm excited about it. All right, so I know you guys get super excited about the reveal of a new winner for free Pathfinder outdoor cooking gear, and you guys know that one of my favorite parts of the show is giving away free cooking gear to those people who watch and support the show. And so without further ado, let's do a winner reveal right now. And congratulations to Joshua Rosenthal for your submission of a beefed up Canteen Ramen recipe, and I'm looking super forward to cooking up this recipe today. One of my favorite kits in the Pathfinder line is the stainless steel Canteen cup and stove set. It's just a time-tested and proven system to cook up delicious meals out in the woods, whether it's been tested by the military personnel using their canteen and metal cup, all the way through the thousands of people that use the Pathfinder system in the field today, and I'm looking forward to putting it to use once again today. So again, thank you to Joshua, and congratulations, you'll be receiving a care package from Reliance Outfitters. All right, so the first thing that we need to do today is get some water on the boil, and I'm going to be using the Pathfinder alcohol stove. And this is a very familiar design here. And this is the newer, smaller edition of this stove. And all you have to do to get this started is just unscrew this cap here. And it feels like I've already got some alcohol in it. Looks like I can top that off. I just have a little Trangia bottle here. I'll just put some alcohol in. Got that topped off. Now we'll just get this thing lit up. I'm going to use my canteen stove over top of the alcohol stove like this, and that'll kind of act as a windbreak because it is kind of breezy today. And then I'll be able to put my canteen cup on top of that. We're going to boil some water, add in our veggies, our beef jerky, our noodles, and we're going to be ready to eat. So it's going to be a very simple recipe, which is the kind I really like the most for packing out into the woods. Simple things tend to be easy. They turn out well. You don't have to have a whole lot of ingredients, but just enough to make a good hearty meal. So the most simple way to ignite this alcohol stove is just to use a lighter. And that's it. Of course, I have a Pathfinder School lighter. You can only get these if you come to the Pathfinder School, if you take class. All right, and we got that set up there, just perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and fill up my canteen cup here. Just pouring some water out of the canteen itself. And I may have a little extra there, and that's okay. And of course, we are officially cooking. Now, just to help be more fuel efficient here in this Pathfinder Molly bag, it's a really nice bag actually. Love the embroidered Pathfinder logo there. But inside this bag, we have our canteen cup lid. It has a particular pocket on the bag that actually kind of custom fits that lid right here on the front. But this bag is actually perfect for this canteen set, and you can actually buy a set that comes with the bag and the canteen cup and stove and all those things together. I'm gonna just set that out of the way here. By the way, do you have a favorite recipe that you like to cook up when you're in camp or spending time in the great outdoors? If so, go ahead and submit that recipe to the email address listed down below, and that'll get your name entered into our database of recipes that I pull from each time I come out to film a new episode of Pathfinder Outdoor Kitchen. So go ahead and send over your delicious recipes, and that'll be a win-win because it'll be a chance for you to win free Pathfinder outdoor cooking gear, and it'll be a chance for me to enjoy your favorite recipes out here in the woods. Don't forget, submit them today. All right, so we have an onion, some mushrooms, and a green pepper here, and I'm gonna go ahead and process this stuff down. And I think half this green pepper will be plenty. Of course, you guys know how it works when I process down veggies and stuff. I'm not fancy about it, but I'm adequate because I'm get it done enough that I can eat. Of course, cooking in the field ain't supposed to be too fancy, right? So just dice this stuff up. And of course, green pepper always smells really good to me. I love some bell pepper. I'm wondering, do you guys call it bell pepper or green pepper? Maybe comment down below and let me know. Green pepper, bell pepper, which one do you call it? I believe that water is already starting to boil, and it's only been just a couple of minutes. When I say a couple, I mean maybe 3 minutes tops. Of course, it wouldn't be Pathfinder Outdoor Kitchen without a little sample. I think I had 2 samples. All right, so that pepper looks good, so I'm gonna go after this onion here. And I definitely don't think I'll need the whole onion. I'm probably just use about 1/3 of it. And I think that'll be plenty for what I'm doing today. I'm just cooking up a small one-person portion for this, so I'll probably be cutting a little bit off the recipe, which I often do because I don't like to waste food since it's just me out here. All right, so let's dice this onion up. I'm gonna try to get these pieces pretty small and thin so it'll cook up quick. That way it can conserve fuel. Stove's making a lot of noise over there. I'm assuming it's about to boil. This is definitely enough onion for just me. All right, so that looks pretty good. Let's work on a few of these mushrooms here. I probably have more of all of this stuff than I really need. Get rid of those stems, they're a little bit tough. Don't need no pine straw in there. I don't mind a little pine needles tea, but I don't think it fits this recipe. I think I'm gonna half them mushrooms there. And I definitely think I got more of those than I need in that bag. And it's always good to have a little left over for later. All right, I think that looks pretty good right there. I think this is gonna really spice up this ramen and make a good meal. All right, so I'm starting to see a little bit of bubbling action here in the bottom of this cup, so that's good. I'm gonna just add this stuff in to the level I think it needs. I'm not going to go crazy. I might have a little bit of leftovers for this. It looks pretty good. I'm going to add in some of these mushrooms. Whatever I have left over, I've got a little Ziploc bag, and I'll just put that in there. All right, perfect. Let's get our top back on our cup. Let the cooking continue. All right, so I have one other ingredient I need to process here, and this is roasted garlic beef jerky. And I thought garlic flavor might go well since this is kind of an Asian inspired dish. And a lot of times Asian dishes will have garlic added. So I thought it might be perfect for that. We actually bought this beef jerky before and it didn't last long. This stuff is really good. So just lay some pieces out here on the table, process it down. I'm just trying to make the pieces a little more uniform. pretty good. The piece don't really need much. And we're gonna throw this in the cup as well and let this stuff kind of start to hydrate back again. This stuff will add a lot of flavor and give some protein and just a little bit more sustenance to this meal. That looks good to me. That's gonna be good. You guys didn't think I was gonna forget to sample the beef jerky, did you? Might do 3 samples on that one. Well, you guys have heard me say it before, a watched pot never boils. Well, I got distracted while ago walking in the edge of the woods looking at trees, and lo and behold, I came back over here and we got a rolling boil. And that's great. That's going to cook those veggies up, get them nice and soft, and I'd say it's time to add maybe our main ingredient, some ramen noodle soup. And what I'm going to do is just break that stuff up in the bag, because we're gonna be pressed for space in this cup. And I may not be able to put all these noodles in there. So this will allow me to kind of put them in slowly. Set this over here. I'm trying to find that little seasoning packet in there. I don't want to dump it into my cup. And this is going to be a canteen cup full of food. There's that seasoning packet there. Beef flavor. To go with our beef jerky. You know, we just did pull that off, getting all those noodles in there. That's awesome. I'm just use my spoon to push that stuff down in there. I think I'm doing better than I thought I was. We got plenty of space in that cup. All right, we'll put the top back on and keep on cooking. All right, so it looks like we got some good cooking going on here. You see we got a little bit of a rolling boil. It's even started cooking out the top. And to me, the consistency of this looks just about perfect right now. These noodles are really starting to thicken up. There's a lot less liquid in the cup. So we're gonna go ahead and add in our beef flavoring here. Get our sodium kick for the day. This is not something I eat a whole lot, honestly, but I know it's gonna be really good. Make sure we get all that flavor in there. We'll mix that down. I can already smell that. See all that beef jerky in there? That stuff was full of flavor. That stuff really is borderline jerky. It's so moist. It's got like a coating or glaze on it. Almost doesn't seem like jerky. All right, now I have one other thing I'm going to add to this recipe. Since this is an Asian inspired dish in my mind, we're going to add some sesame seeds to it. Just sprinkle those on top. All right, that smells delicious. I'm going to give it just a couple more minutes and it's going to be time to eat. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready. Alright, so you guys know what it's time for. The official meal reveal. Let's take a look inside our canteen cup. And oh yeah, look at all them delicious noodles with that roasted garlic beef jerky, onions, green peppers, mushrooms. It's gonna be a hot, delicious meal on a nice cold afternoon. I can't wait to enjoy this canteen cup meal. All right, so after all this cooking and waiting, it's finally time to eat. But before I do, I want to take a moment to do 2 things. Number 1, I want to apologize to Joshua and to you guys as the audience, as I've done something I have never done on Pathfinder Outdoor Kitchen before, and that is I forgot a vital ingredient. The recipe that Joshua sent calls for an egg to be cracked into the soup at the end of the cooking process and let it just kind of cook in there. And unfortunately, I realized once I started cooking that I had forgotten my egg carrier. I left it at home when I came out. I was already cooking, so it was too late to leave and drive all the way back to get it. It's a little ways away, so I'm gonna have to forego the egg. However, I've always said that the best camp recipes are ones that are flexible, that you can add or take away ingredients for your preference. And so I'm gonna be omitting the egg. However, you guys noticed that in the recipe. I did add sesame seeds, so hopefully that'll count for something. So I apologize again for omitting the egg in this recipe. It sounds really good. Unfortunately, I don't have it. The second thing I want to take care of before I eat is, as I always do, I want to take just a minute to give thanks. All right, with all that said, it's time to eat. And the beautiful thing about a canteen cup meal is you don't need a bowl or a plate or anything extra. All you need is a spoon or a fork and eat right out of the cup. Look at that deliciousness down in there. All that beef jerky. You can see I've cooked it down so that there's not a lot of extra liquid. And that's how I like my ramen. There's just a little bit of liquid in there, but for the most part it's not soupy. And I like it. I feel like I'm eating a little bit more of a hearty meal that way. A lot of flavor down in that cup. It smells delicious. So let's go in for the official taste test. This stuff is hot, hot. There's one thing I definitely did right. I chose the right beef jerky. Is that roasted garlic beef jerky adds so much flavor to this. This is a fantastic recipe for a cold day. This stuff is just nice and hot, hearty. Just what you want when you're trekking in the woods on a nice cold fall afternoon. Man, whew. This stuff is piping hot. This is one of those meals where you just have to be guilty of slurping. And of course, in addition to slurping, I'm doing two things that my mama always taught me not to do. As you guys know, talking with my mouth full and eating food in front of you guys without offering you some. So let me bring you in here for a little taste of your own. You see some of that green pepper and that beef jerky, some of them nice noodles. Here's a mushroom for you. Get you a mushroom. Sure wish you guys could taste that. Got a little crunch in there with them sesame seeds too. And I can only imagine that adding that egg in would just make it that much better. So I'll definitely do this again, and I'll add the egg next time for sure. Well, I'm not going to keep torturing you guys eating delicious food out here in the beautiful great outdoors in front of you. But I do want to take just a minute to thank you, as I really appreciate you guys tuning in for these episodes of Pathfinder Outdoor Kitchen. I hope if you haven't seen all of our past episodes of the show, that you'll go back and watch those. There's some really good recipes that we have done along the way. And of course, there'll be more episodes to come, so I hope that you'll go ahead and send your favorite recipe to the email address listed down below, and that'll get you in the running to possibly win free outdoor cooking gear from Reliance Outfitters. If you guys would like to see more content from me personally, check out my YouTube channel, which is Black Hat Bushcraft, right here on YouTube. And there's tons of camp cooking, bushcraft, woodsman related videos that I'm sure you guys would enjoy. Feel free to subscribe. I would be greatly honored if you would come over and check it out. If you have not subscribed to the Reliance Outfitters YouTube channel, what are you waiting on? Go ahead and click that subscribe button down below, ring the bell button, and stay informed of when all of the new videos drop, including videos from David Canterbury, myself, and other Pathfinder instructors. Once again, I'd like to thank you guys for your time, interest, and support. Don't forget to get those recipes sent to the email address listed down below for your chance to win free Pathfinder outdoor cooking gear. And I'll look forward to seeing you on the next episode where somebody is going to get some free stuff. You guys take care and be safe. You guys are still here? I'm going to tell you what. I could eat this stuff until my belly's so tight, a cat couldn't scratch it. Woo.